All right, look at that. We are on day number 4 out of 180, and we are moving up in the world. We got a tripod rather than me just pointing at my face, shaking the camera all over the face and making a stare directly. And no, don't drink my coffee. But yeah, anyways, woke up late again today. My back is just in abnormally large amounts of agony. I don't know what it is. What I do know what it is, but it's herniated discs in my lower back. But I don't know what is exacerbating it so much more than usual. I mean, I can't hardly stay asleep for more than a couple hours at a time. What up, dude?
What's up?
And I don't know if it's the new mattress that I got or if I've just further injured them somehow, but it's something's got to be done about it. I think I'm going to go in and get some ablation or some injections sometime in the next week or two, but just trying to make the right decision. I don't really understand what a nerve ablation is, but it sounds like killing your nerves, so that makes me a little nervous, but I'm going to look into it more this week. But going in, the most important thing that happened, going in today to get all that heavy metals testing done. So what I'll do for the middle part of this video is I'll ask my doctor if I can film in her office, and if not, then I'll just basically do a summary of the visit I'll show all my heavy metals results, what found in there was like cesium, barium, thallium, mercury, lead, a little bit of arsenic, but basically go over what she said she thought the sources of those could be, and how she is, like what protocol she's going to put me on to chelate me and get the metals out of me. But yeah, that appointment is at 10:45 this morning. So hopefully, she's awesome. I doubt she'll mind if I film during the appointment, but we'll see. Well, you're both up bright and early. Jeez. That's a rare occasion. Look at you guys.
Well, we didn't sleep.
Okay, well that makes more sense.
Yeah.
I was like, that's. But yeah, gonna say good morning to these guys. Have some cold brew, some Zyn to just shoot the brain into overdrive. Skipping the ketones this morning, just because I don't have any need for the appetite suppressant. It's amazing how quickly the body gets used to adapting to the intermittent fasting thing. I feel great. Before it was like craving carbs like crazy in the morning. Now I feel all right. But yep. Coming into Lake Mary right now. I was filming in front of me because the town is cuter than my face. But headed to Whole Family Healthcare to get my heavy metal results officially looked over and diagnose what, not diagnose, but hopefully she'll prescribe the next step. There it is, Whole Family Healthcare. These guys are absolutely awesome. Hoping that Dara Vino, she's not a doctor, she's a physician's assistant, but she's smarter than most doctors, so in my head she's Dr. Dara, but she's not actually a doctor, I guess. But I'm gonna ask her if it's cool if I film the appointment. I called and asked, but they said that I had to ask her specifically, because it's up to each provider, but no policy against it, so hopefully we'll be in the doctor's office in the next, I guess, again, for you, it's just... What is up? All right, so she said it was cool if I'd film if I'd give her a little more prep time, but she didn't want me to just
throw a camera on her and film and post it out to the world without a little more preparation, which is totally understandable. But so, curious thing, she seemed less concerned about the heavy metals than on the original phone call. I will throw my heavy metals results up right here. But basically she gave me a few options on that front and then gave me some other ideas of what might be the issue. So first off, as far as the options for detoxing the heavy metals, basically two different routes to go. One, doing just full natural supplemental detox, and that basically that's going to take a lot longer but be a little bit more cost effective, but maybe not as efficacious in actually getting the metals out. But that's the route I'm going to go start with, and just do another heavy metals test in 5 or 6 months and just kind of see where I'm at. Might incorporate, I haven't got the cost yet, might incorporate actually taking some DMSA orally with that, but gonna see what the cost of it is. The supplements themselves were like basically about $300 worth of supplements, which is already pretty expensive, and I'll go through them all in a minute. That's that giant bag back there you can see. Go through them all and kind of calculate how long that lasts. I don't know if there's like 60-day, 90-day, 30-day supply. If it's $300 a month worth of supplements, might consider the chelation IV therapy. Their clinic charges $185 per IV. You either do, or she said for me, I would either do 30 weeks once a week or 15 weeks twice a week. I'd obviously prefer to do just the once a week one, because I think it's like a multi-hour IV, and I don't have 6 hours a week to devote to sitting with an IV in my arm. I mean, I do. I could work or something on my computer while it was happening, but I don't know. That's really expensive. I don't have $370 a week guaranteed to spend towards that, and I don't want to do it kind of haphazardly. So we'll go the natural route and potentially incorporate the DMSA, depending on what it costs to get it from the compounding pharmacy, and just see what that regimen and stuff is. She was just talking to another provider, and I didn't want to sit around and wait, so they're gonna reach out to me in a bit. But basically she was thinking that the chronic fatigue and the tiredness and the feeling like shit all the time the heavy metals could be contributing to that. But she's more concerned that I have some sort of sleep issue, sleep apnea, sleep problems, which is totally possible. I do snore. I have broke my nose about 5 times, and when I lay down I have trouble breathing through it. But on my Oura Ring and stuff, I do have good oxygen saturation and kind of good sleep. But I mean, I wake up feeling like shit. So I'm gonna get a sleep study done. That's actually as soon as I get off this phone call while I'm driving. I'm gonna call my insurance and see if they cover sleep studies, if they do at-home ones, if I have to go somewhere, what companies they work with that they provide the most coverage for, I guess, and get a sleep study done and see if it's just a sleep related issue, if I'm not breathing properly while I'm sleeping. I know that if you do have sleep apnea, it can be pretty catastrophic to your health and your well-being. Really hope that if that is the case, I can either just get surgery on my nose, fix her up, and breathe a little better through there, or I can just wear a mouth thing that repositions your tongue and everything like that. I really don't want to wear a sleep apnea machine. I think that would be not the final straw, but not something Kelsey would love. I'm already a very disruptive bed partner in a lot of different ways. So yeah, gonna go down this route. I'm gonna go to the make this insurance phone call, and I'm gonna go get a back workout in the gym, see if I can't just juice my back up a little bit and help out with the crushing back pain that I'm experiencing right now. And always I'm gonna film in the gym on a tripod, which I really hate doing. I just feel so self-righteous and like I'm important or something. Like I think that I'm important or something. I just feel like a real asshole doing it, but fuck it. You know, who cares at this point? You know, really, you just at some point you just gotta say, why do you give a shit about what other people think? Everyone's an asshole in their own right. You know what I mean? Not like an asshole, like a mean person. I mean, everyone's just doing ridiculous shit. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but gonna film, and because that's what I realized that when I watch YouTube videos, I like seeing how people work out, what they do. So yeah, that's about it. Then when I get home, I'll run through the supplement stack, exactly what she kind of prescribed to me as far as this detoxification. Again, do not recommend undertaking a full heavy metal detox on your own. It's one of the only things, I'm very much the fuck doctors, do it yourself type, do your own research, learn everything. But with this, I don't think it's a good idea. I think you need to know exactly what metals are in there, what amounts, and be under a doctor's supervision, getting the testing and everything done along the way, because I know you can really deplete your minerals doing it, and that also, if you have a bunch of, let's say, whatever, mercury or something that's just been sequestered down in your liver or in other organs or tissues throughout your body, and your body's intelligent, it's sequestered it there and protecting your vital, you know, your brain basically from those toxic heavy metals, and then you just haphazardly start taking a bunch of things that release those heavy metals back out into the bloodstream, and you're not binding them properly, not assisting and, you know, getting all your detox pathways open and everything. Those heavy metals can just migrate. My understanding of it is they can just migrate from the place your body kind of had them safely sequestered away back into your bloodstream, and if you're not somehow getting them out, then they can just resettle into brain and wreak far more havoc than they were doing already. So don't think that it is something you want to just do completely on your own. I definitely wouldn't have gone to that extent. I mean, she gave me a big bag of supplements, and that's on top of supplements that I already had that, you know, the typical person probably wouldn't have sitting around, like liposomal vitamin C and glutathione suppositories. I also have infrared sauna in the house, so I'm able to really ramp up my detoxification process and make sure that, you know, I'm taking these things that activate and get heavy metals out in my body, but I'm also taking binders and you know, keeping my bowel moving and everything to prevent it from settling elsewhere. So yeah, just a little disclaimer on that. Not that you should be, you know, listening to anything that I'm doing and be taking it as medical advice. That would be insane. I'm just some random dude on YouTube. Yeah, with little to no credibility technology into your body to potentially heal, stem cells. I want to go, all out and just get to the bottom of how a person can fully heal from severe neurological injury. I just know it's possible. I know for a fact it's possible, and I just won't settle for anything less. Then I want to do everything that I love at 100% capacity. I want to snowboard again. Gosh, I miss snowboarding. Sit skiing is actually the dopest paralyzed sport, in the sense of like, you don't feel like you're compromising. Like, you mountain bike after paralysis, yeah, it's still awesome. I have a sweet mountain bike by reactive adaptations, something like that. But amazing guy out in Colorado that builds the dopest downhill mountain bikes. It's still fun, but you feel limited by the technology, by the equipment. Not that equipment specifically, just by the nature of your injury. You're still limited on the craziness of what you can do. Surfing, feel incredibly limited. Gonna try a wave ski, which is like a sitting surfing, like a sit-down surfboard, basically, on August 11th, which I'm really excited about. Where the fuck am I right now? Am I at a truck stop? I thought I got off at an exit, and I'm just at a truck stop. This isn't my exit at all. I'm just going through a truck stop. Huh. Well, that's a little scenic detour, but I don't know how I messed this up. But with the sit ski, you don't feel limited by the equipment or your ability to do crazy stuff. You just feel only limited by basically the weight of your testicles, by how willing you are to throw that shit down the hill. I mean, you can get pretty wild on a sit ski, way beyond my current limit. But I spent, 15 plus years kind of mastering snowboarding, so I just don't want to have to, I want to get that back again. There's nothing like it, and especially hitting amazing powder turns. I just don't think the sit ski, maybe I'll get there someday. Probably not living in Florida, but the point is, I want to get it all back. I'm getting way derailed here. I want to be able to get absolutely 100% back to all the things that I love. I love running, I love hiking, I love doing heavy deadlifts and squats, and I just I don't see why a spinal cord injury couldn't be healed. It makes no sense. I refuse to believe that there's not a way to get that scar tissue and all that fucked upness out of your spinal cord, and to stimulate those neurons and whatever into a healing state. It just seems like it needs the right combination of stuff. I'm really interested in like electromagnetism and electricity, stimulating that area with tons of different electrical waves and light and magnetism, I guess, and just getting the healing exosomes. I'm just trying to use a smart word there. I have no idea if that's the right word. Healing cells or substances inside your own body. There, it's hard to just mentally concentrate and push everything there. I do try that a lot, but it's tough. There's so many other stimuluses and things going on in the world that I can only spend so much time sitting and meditating and focusing on healing that part of my body. And I think that's just one layer to it. I do think that's part of it. Something I need to do more. That's the hardest thing in the world for me. I've been meditating off and on since I was 10 years old. My dad used to tangible thing I got from that practice. Not a whole lot in the practical self-defense world going on there, I don't think. But I was young when I quit. Maybe I just needed to stay longer. I could have been the next Steven Seagal or something. That was weird. I don't know what happened there. But, yep, that's it. This time, the snap is actually going to work. Are you ready? We're in the gym. Look at that. The snap worked this time. Very different. Copyright strike. Awful last name. Yeah. Couldn't make So that music was absolutely terrible, so I just decided to do this in super speed. And yeah, it's basically just me busting out a quick workout, and now we're back. All right, decent little back and bicep session there. Gonna head home and just take care of a bunch of stuff that I gotta do around the house, and then gonna get a little food in me. Got a new protein shake that is actually part of my heavy metal detox. It's called Purify Vanilla. It's by the place that I just got the Whole Family Healthcare that I just was at. I'm not sure who puts it together for them. Aminogen rather. But yeah, it looks pretty solid. It's got a ton of stuff in here. Look at that. Just all your vitamins, minerals type of thing. You know, the typical ones that you would see, but the ones that I know anything about are at least the methylated kind, which is always a good sign. It's got quite a bit of sodium in it. Decent amount of potassium, 10% of your daily potassium, which I'd love to see that, especially because I'm going to be hitting the sauna a ton while I am on this stuff. It's got stabilized flaxseed with typical alpha linoleic acid content, blah, blah, blah. Pomegranate extract, betaine anhydrous, lemon bioflavonoid complex, quercetin, potassium D-glucarate, rutin, decent amount of turmeric extract, 200 milligrams of that, and acetylcysteine, love that. Ginger, MSM, methyl sulfonyl-methane. Don't know much about that, but I've heard about it before. Sodium sulfate anhydrous, and some green tea aqueous extract. That's 80% polyphenols, 60% catechins, 30% EGCG, and 6% caffeine. Yeah, no, I love this. This is great. Definitely gonna have some of this when I get home, and then I'll have it with a shitload of water, and it's got all the amino acids in it as well. I didn't read everything on there. Protein. It's from pea protein isolate. I don't know about that, but I'm pretty sensitive to dairy, so whey proteins and stuff is not an option right now. So we'll try it, see how it sits in the stomach. Can't imagine it'll do too much damage. But we'll basically have that, and then have pork chop and a couple eggs as well. I don't know. I've heard things about, I'm really sweating in here. Heard things about not being able to absorb or utilize more than X amount of grams of protein at a time. I'm sure that's true to an extent, but the quickest I've ever built muscle personally in my life was I was eating full carnivore, and it wasn't for an extended period of time. It was just the fastest I'd ever seen muscle go onto my body. Was I was eating full carnivore, and I was basically eating one meal a day. I mean, maybe some days 2 meals, but I had a 4-hour eating window, because fasting was just making me feel really good at that time. And yeah, I was eating basically one massive meal a day, basically 3,200 calories of meat all at once, which is, you know, ill-advised. And I would get a bit of, you know, bit tired after, you know, an hour or so afterwards, and my stomach would feel pretty heavy and full. Well, that was the fastest my muscles have ever grown in a condensed period of time when I was doing that over the course of a couple months, basically. So I'm not a huge subscriber to the, you know, portion out your protein into certain amounts. I'm sure there's science behind it, and it's important if you're trying to like absolutely maximize growth and everything. But for me, a huge part of everything I do is time based and time related. And I'm gonna go home and be in the kitchen preparing stuff, so I'm gonna have that protein shake, maybe a couple eggs, and my leftover pork chop from yesterday, maybe some fruit if there's any sitting around, and then, you know, I'll eat one more time later this afternoon, evening, and call it good. But I just want to get a bunch of calories in while I'm taking the time to eat. Otherwise, yeah, if I just parse out my calories, unless I pre-prepare snacks or something, then I'll just be super tempted to eat something shitty. Whereas if I just pack it all in and fill up nicely, then I won't be tempted towards other bullshit. So yeah, that's probably the next place you'll catch me, is in the kitchen, racking up some of these supplements to try out for the first time and preparing some food. So again, magic snap, we're in the kitchen. Like magic, we're in the house. Got a delicious lunch cooked up. Had a couple scoops of that protein that I got sold at the doctor, 26 grams of protein. And I got a little pork chop, 4 poached eggs, some ginger, and something else. Kimchi, some cold sweet potatoes, little goat milk kefir to wash it all down. Kefir, don't know how to say that. Honestly, I'm gonna douse it in some mineral sea salt, because I'm gonna take all these detoxification supplements later and hit the sauna. So can't hurt to have a ton of salt on board, to be honest, because it's gonna be a brutal couple sauna sessions, I foresee, to be honest. Doubly honest. I brought this over just in case, a little guilty pleasure. Not sure it's too guilty, but just some hot sauce. This one's not that good. Lemon juice, water, apple cider vinegar, habanero, ghost peppers, garlic, cayenne peppers, scotch bonnet peppers, serrano peppers, onion powder, Carolina Reaper peppers. It's pretty hot, but not, I don't know. It's just kind of overpowering, but that's all I got. My favorite hot sauce is that Truff hot sauce from, well, I mean, you can buy it at a lot of stores now, but it's called Truff, that truffle hot sauce. Oh, man. But only justify buying $14 bottles of hot sauces so often. Basically, I've got to take a whole bunch of these pills for probably, I don't know, probably 5 or 6 months, I would assume, because she said 30 weeks for the heavy metal detox, for the, god damn, I can't even talk or think. So damn heavy metals in my brain. No, but the heavy metal detox, doing the IV chelation therapy, she said that would be 30 weeks, and that would be faster than doing it this way. So we shall see. But basically, we've got liver support, which is milk thistle extract, alpha-lipoic acid, and acetylcysteine. Then we got Detox Ultra, which is a bunch of stuff, some zinc, psyllium, vitamin C, more N-acetylcysteine, leucine, green tea extract, grapeseed extract, turmeric extract, R-lipoic acid, vitamin E isomers, and then got the NAC Ultra. So I'm just gonna be dosed the fuck up with NAC. Just right here is like, this is 900 milligrams a dose, 200 milligrams, 250 milligrams. So that's like 1,000 plus, 1,200, 1,300 milligrams right there. Some milk thistle extract, which apparently doubling up on that as well, but just doing as she recommends. And then gonna do methylfolate and the Methyl Pro that I've been doing, just methylated B vitamins. And then there's a few other things in there. High dose liposomal vitamin C throughout the time doing it. Oh, and then that protein that was recommended alongside it. And then so I'm going to take all this stuff at the prescribed times, and then also be taking this binder, and I've got a couple other binders that I already have. Basically, this is Ultra Binder, activated charcoal, high density chitosan, zeolite, pecta, sol C, modified citrus pectin, silica extract, aloe vera leaf, and sodium bentonite. So the idea is all these things release the metals out of my body, and then this binds to it and allows it to pass out of my system. So probably going to get some sort of greens drink as well on board, but I'm going to just stick with this for the first week or two, and then I'll probably get some chlorella, spirulina. I like these ones called Vitality Bits. It's a brand that really high dose spirulina and chlorella. I'll start incorporating that in, and then we'll see kind of how we go. So let's pop some pills. We're just gonna take a bunch right now, and then once I get my pill organizer, I'll organize it nicely, because some are twice a day, some are once a day. That's sublingual, so we'll set that aside for now. That's sublingual vitamin B12, some NAC, some N-acetylcysteine. Like I said, this is just recommendation going off of. I don't know anything about anything, and could be, horribly detrimental. Who knows? But the time will tell. We'll see how I feel, and then also see in a couple months, one capsule of that. In a couple months, how I'm supposed to take that one capsule 3 times a day. So we'll organize that into our little pill container. I got instructions here. Milk Thistle Pro, or this is liver support. Let's see what they say for that. Liver support, up to twice a day, basically. So yeah, I'll go in and get some more testing here in a couple months and just see if this is doing anything. And if it is, then cool. I'll report on that. If not, then I'll sack up and just pay for the IV chelation therapy. But we'll see. If I come into a windfall of money before then, I might give up on this and just do the... Oh, that stinks. That smells weird. Whew, that is a fucking potent one. This is the Detox Ultra. I'm pretty excited to do this anyways. I'm going to take all this, and then I'm going to go do a couple marathon sauna sessions. And I don't, just because there's vitamins and minerals and all sorts of other stuff in here. I don't want to take the binder right with it. I don't think. Didn't really say exactly, but I'm basically gonna take all this, and then let's see if it says anything on here. Take 30 minutes before or 2 hours after a meal with 8 ounces of water. Broad spectrum binder blend captures toxins, optimizes gut health, lowers inflammation, and neutralizes a wide array of harmful substances. Fantastic. We'll see. But I'm going to basically give it 45. No, I'm probably gonna give it 60 minutes, even more than that, and I'll do a full sauna session because everything will be kind of mobilized and sweating out, I think, during the sauna. Then once I'm out of the sauna, done, and starting to cool off for good for the day, I'll take the binder for the first time, and then I'll probably, because I'm going to be going to bed fasted most nights, I'll probably do it basically a couple hours after taking this stuff, and then after sauna sessions, a couple hours after sauna sessions, and then at night, and see how we go, see what happens. I'm going to be getting blood work and mineral and vitamin analysis and all that good stuff. Wow. Just have to attack it. All that good stuff done so that I can determine, if this is doing anything good, doing any damage, whatever. And I think also just being relentlessly one capsule of the milk thistle. Bottoms up. Cool. Well, sauna is heating up. I'm gonna do some housework. Oh, you know what? Methylated B12. Some housework, and then go on from there. So this is going to be a long journey to figure out whether or not this is actually a good way to bind toxins and do bind heavy metals and excrete them out of your body. But I think it'll be a cool experiment, and I'll make a full video 3, 4, 5 months down the road once I get my results, and actually break down what I ended up doing exactly for that whole time, exactly what I ended up taking for how long, etc., etc. Because I got a few more things to incorporate in here, which is crazy annoying, but whatever. Oh, just real quick before I hit the sauna, niacinamide. She recommended doing that as well for helping with the detox. And then I'm probably going to switch up my binders every now and then. After a week or so of detoxing, I'm going to take this one after, or maybe even before the sauna. I don't know, because it's kind of, I'll probably take it before sometimes, just because it has activated charcoal, bentonite clay, zeolite, diatomaceous earth in there. But it's also got the chlorella, spirulina, it's got milk thistle, dandelion root, and acetylcysteine, black pepper, turmeric extract, and some sort of probiotic, prebiotic blend in it. So didn't do a ton of research when I found this one. Was just looking for a quick binder to take after I took the DMSA for the original heavy metals test. So I'm gonna try that one out as well, and then I'll probably do this one cyclically every now and then too. Symbiotica activated charcoal. Basically gonna make this my whole supplement regimen for quite a few months, just because it's a lot and it's a pain in the ass, and I'm sure my body will be getting plenty of nutrients and everything from all the other stuff I do. The only thing I might throw in there every now and then, just because I really like the formulation, I like the way they make me feel is, every couple days I'll probably do some of Gary Brecka's 10X Health vitamins for lunch, and then I'll also do an omega-3 supplement that I have. I've got a Symbiotica one that I'm testing out right now. Usually I use the Kion, Kion, the Kion aminos. Those are really good, but I will definitely be doing sorry, just totally spaced out there. So it's gone, it's just blanking. I'm telling you, the heavy metals are taking hold inside my brain. Whatever, I'll be doing an omega supplement, and then I'll also be doing that vitamin D supplement that's these guys gave me, and I have one from Symbiotica as well, and I'll kind of just alternate between those. And then Kelsey has one from Thorne that she uses, and I'll kind of incorporate that one in every now and then, just because my vitamin D wasn't like clinically below the minimum level, whatever the reference range was, but it was like scraping right at the bottom of the reference range, and it was doing that even though I live in Florida, get sun all the time, and also was supplementing with vitamin D, good quality vitamin D, K2 mixture at the time. So kind of concerning that it was that low with supplementation, all the sun I get. So yeah, just gonna keep it on board, 5,000 to 10,000 IUs a day for the next month or two, get my blood work done in August or early September, whenever my appointment's scheduled. Can't remember, and see what's going on. See where we're at on everything. But I don't know. Magic flick. All right, I'm gonna film myself hopping in here as best I can. Not sure what this angle and everything's gonna look like when I move the door. You'll be seeing me properly. But you can see my friend and I built it. It was like, obviously I can't fit through the store. It's a really long transfer to get to that bench. So my friend Garrett and I just got some cedar fence planks, some cedar 2x4s, sanded it all down super nice, and just made this little transitional bench to climb on in there. But we're at full heat, 175 degrees. I got water, I got some ice on my balls, so if you see some weird shape coming out of my pants here, I'm not excited. It's ice because I want to have children in the next 3 to 36 months. So just trying to keep those sperms nice and cold. Yeah, so we'll hop in here and see how long we can make it. It's gonna be kind of annoying because no, it won't be too bad. I thought I was gonna hop back out to grab the phone, but I think I can do it. Alright, go as quick as possible. Oops. My bad. Oh, you win some, you lose some. Try not let too much heat out in the process of doing this. Balance isn't great with one hand. No abs, but doing what we can. Situate that a little bit. And then I just, oh man, that's burning the fuck out of my hand. And then I just flip my wheel. I let one brake go. Flip my wheelchair around that way, and then, it's a long reach, but I can reach back out and kind of flip it back around to where I need it. Let me give you a little tour of the sauna and tour over. But it's let's see, we lost a lot of temperature in that couple of minutes. What does it say? 159 now. It was 175. But luckily in a garage in Florida, wish my view was a little better, but all right, took me a minute to get situated, but we're in. Set the timer for 60 minutes. Gonna see how close to that I can get. I won't make it all the way, but hoping to at least do. I'm gonna aim for 45. We'll see. I had to get out after like 15 last time. But if I do a short burst the first time, I'll do a nice long second round. Sometimes that panic just sets in early. But gonna throw on the Joe Rogan podcast with Freeway Rick Ross because he's got a cool ass story and just kind of zone out and chill. Gonna first of all though, before we throw that on, gonna get the fucking mood going, you know. Can't just be sitting here like a. What are we doing? Boom, there we go. That's better. That's better. There we go. Yeah, like a little red light instead of bright incandescent fluorescent lights over there. But anyways, peace. Signing out. Only got 15 minutes, but for an unexpected reason. It was just my legs. My legs are spasming so much. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, now they're not going to do it, of course. But even while I was in there, while I was getting out, starting again, as soon as I turned the camera away from my legs were spasming like crazy. And I'm just going, oh man, I just noticed how ridiculous the ice in my pants looks again. Just ice, not excited. But yeah, I just wanted to get out. I'm going to stand for 5-10 minutes, hang on the pull-up bar for another 5 minutes worth of hanging, maybe. That's ambitious. 5 minutes worth of hanging, going back and forth. So I'll probably hang for a total of 2 to 2.5 minutes, but spend 5 minutes on the hanging. Anyways, yeah, got a nice sweat on. I'm sure it's a good start. Definitely can feel all that detox stuff coursing through my vein, really making me pour water. But yeah, just an update. So if you're ever a paralyzed person in the sauna, you might have to get out and just take a little break, stretch it out, and loosen those legs up if they're real tight. My legs are super tight right now. Whew. I only made it 20 minutes on that second round, and 20 minutes was like, I barely made it. And I made a few super critical mistakes in taking a really long, good, productive sauna session. First mistake was listening to a podcast while I'm in there. I put on that Joe Rogan podcast, and it's just, it's not conducive. It's great to distract you for that first 15 minutes or so, but when the struggle really, really starts, it's not hypnotizing enough. It's taking you out of your mind and your body. It fucks it all up. So music, hypnosis, talking to some sort of hypnosis, YouTube or whatever, or guided meditation, or just silence. That's the only way to go. Second round, okay, but that was first mistake. Second mistake is I got out, and because I was already listening to a podcast, I just naturally fell. I went and got on my stand frame and just naturally fell into another YouTube video somehow. Started watching a YouTube video, and stood for 10-15 minutes. The sun is really bright after being in that dark sauna. Whew. Oh. Yeah, stood for 10 or 15 minutes, then went back in the sauna, still listening to the YouTube video, and it was just super distracting. It doesn't work. Not if you want to push, I know that doesn't sound like very much, 15-20 minutes, but it was a lot for me today. And if I had sat through and done breath work, it would have been completely different. Or it could have been, different perception of the heat because of all those weird supplements I took before. Who knows? But for me personally, if I really want to sit in there and spend some time and do some deep work and stretch and make, cleanse the mind and body all the way through, not just the body. You can get in there and get all the benefits from the body, but another, I only have so much time in a day. Want to stack things on top of each other that work well together, and just going in there and making that my meditation, my breath work time is the most efficient way to do it. And I also think it probably does more for the body as well, getting in a state of deep relaxation, doing some gnarly breath work, and getting your body in the right brain waves and everything has to do more for opening up those detox pathways and just healing. But yeah, gonna just chill out here, assimilate. We got airplane mode on this time, and spend, just lay here in silence, try to think absolutely nothing. And then I'm just gonna, just purely because of time, I'm gonna go hit one more 15-minute session, kick off this metal detox right, and then I'm gonna do some actual life productivity stuff. I should be working, doing the insurance thing right now. I honestly have to compartmentalize and just take an incredible amount of time to get my body in the right place, or I just am gonna end up not being able to work at all. I'm gonna end up having to quit because I gotta fix some shit, or I'm not gonna be. I'm incapable of tolerating the pain of sitting there for 6-7 hours a day if I don't shape up here. But yeah, just gonna relax and take it all in for a minute. Stare at the clouds. As always, life throws curveballs at you. I did hit that last 20-minute sauna session. Was awesome. And then I did another 26-gram protein shake with an extra 20 grams of collagen peptides put in there. So I got another nice 46 grams of protein, because that's gonna be the last time I'm able to eat anything today. Because by the time I get done doing what I'm doing now, they'll be past my eating window. So basically, a curveball in the day is sink is just catastrophically clogged, and try to do everything I could to get it unclogged without having to replace all the under sink pipes and shit like that. But there's a ghetto set up down there now, so we're gonna take all the pipes out from under the sink, and going to, what are we gonna do after that? Oh, I'm gonna drain snake the pipe and see if there's something farther down in there. I think it's probably just in the shitty ass job they did plumbing under the sink. But if it's not, even if it is, I'm gonna snake the whole line, see if make sure there's no clogs in there, and yeah, that's what I'm gonna do with my afternoon. I'd love to just call a fucking plumber and have them do it, but I can't call anyone in Orlando, Florida, and just get a reasonable quote for anything. I mean, just everything. It's not like I wanted someone to come out and install a plug, a 240-volt plug for my sauna, and I called an electrical company that says it's impossible for them to do it without doing a whole new service to my house, and it was going to cost $10,000, almost $11,000, just to a couple bucks shy of 11 grand. And I was just like, there's no way. I ended up finding a guy to do it cash for like way less than that, but it was still a ripoff, still a complete fucking ripoff. I could have, if I was able to stand and function, I could have done it myself with so much ease. Like it took him 7-8 hours, and he, decent gouging for it. Whatever. But I had the pool, someone come look at the pool. There's a little crack on the top of the tile of the pool. You'd think, in my brain, some epoxy, some grout, seal that bastard up. And I guess there's something wrong with the little skimmer thing. The skimmer needs replaced, and there's a little leak by that. But yeah, supposedly that's $7,000 to fix. It's like, well, just put that money away, suffer through whatever's going on with the pool, epoxy it up, and then when it fails, I'll just put that to a down payment on a new, better pool. Like, what are we talking about here? $7,000 to seal 2 little cracks. And like, the pool doesn't need drained, or I mean, maybe, I don't know, but no matter what, it's a load of shit. There's no way. There's just no way. So I'm not even gonna call a plumber. It's just, you know, that they're gonna come out and they're just gonna, oh, I had another drainage problem in my backyard, a minor one. Called a couple guys, called Roto-Rooter to come out and just, all they're gonna do is take a hose that sprays backwards and push it down the pipe and see if they can unclog this little pipe. And they wanted to charge $562. Again, absolutely insane. So, not even messing with it, not calling a plumber. It's $30 for the kit at Home Depot. Just gonna go get it and spend, you know, whatever. Theoretically, not that long doing this, but I just cannot do anything involving a home improvement store and get everything I need in one go. So I'll probably be back to Home Depot one time, and that'll basically fill up my whole afternoon. Not afternoon, I mean it's 7 p.m. right now, but it'll be my bedtime by then. Be past my bedtime by then. But anyways, that's vlog number 4 update. I don't know if there will be any more to this. There could be. There'll probably be some video. I'll throw some videos of me fixing this pipe. It might be. So NSFW, probably safe for work depending on where you work, unless you work with a bunch of pussies. But NSFK, not safe for kids. There'll probably be lots of cursing if I'm on the floor doing stuff with pipes and dirty drainage water. All right, 3.5, 4 hours later, got one little chunk of shit out of the drain, but got it all replaced. This piece of garbage thing that was in there is gone. Drain snaked the shit out of it. I think there's still a clog in there, but it's 11 o'clock at night, so we're gonna dump a bunch of vinegar, baking soda in there, and let it sit for the night, because that's all I got in me for the evening, and we're just gonna kind of hope it works out. Let's see what happens if it doesn't work. Some sort of industrial drain cleaner, I suppose, and do that next. If that doesn't work out, then I'll rent a real plumber auger thing and do it that way. But either way, I'm gonna call it quits for the evening. Whew. All right, now we're gonna do. Floor's wet. That's what I do. Don't stay in places, foot. Stay there, feet. Stay there. Huh. Alrighty. Alright. Let's dump some vinegar, baking soda in there. Pray we don't have any leaks, and we'll go from there. But that is it for day 4 for sure. I still got to edit post day 3, so it's gonna be a late night tonight. But can't life doesn't always give you what you need, what you want, a full night's sleep, whatever it is. Had to do this. No choice.